Good evening to all, and welcome to this webinar on emotional intelligence at workplace. At first, I would like to thank Dr. Mahesh, the host of this particular webinar, for providing me this opportunity that I can interact with you and whatever feelings I have, emotions I have, I can share with you. I think we all know, we all become angry. It is very easy to become angry. But the person who knows where to become, with whom to become, at what time to become, he knows what is emotional intelligence. I would like to start this with a story. And the story is about the two wolves. Perhaps might you have heard this? There were two wolves. One wolf, he was having so much anger. He was like, you can say, wolf with evil spirit. That evil spirit having anger, envy, jealousy, sorrow, regret, and so on. And one, he was with the joy, peace. So one, the grandparent of a grandson said, can you think of who won or who can win in the life? I don't know what you think who can win who won that particular battle of life. You have to tell me. I would like to tell you this at the end, who won it, not right now. So I would have tell you that what is the complete agenda of today's webinar. First one is, I would like to tell you what is emotion. Then, what is emotional intelligence and how we can understand it. Who is emotionally intelligent, who is not emotionally intelligent? What is the need of emotional intelligence? Why do we need AI? Especially in the workplace. We say we can use AI at workplace, at home. But because this is globalized era, different cultures, different people, different language. So that's most important nowadays. So we'll discuss about that one also. Then we'll discuss what are the dimensions of AI. Dimensions is what are the things which are going to make your emotions or put your emotions at the right place. How can you develop your emotions? What are the ingredients, contents of that particular emotions which you can improve? And then what are the ways to improve your intelligence, especially at the workplace? So these are 5 points which I will discuss. So let's emotional. Actually, we all should have 3 things: emotional competency, emotional maturity, and emotional sensitivity. But when we talk about this, we must know why we are doing this. I think you all have seen people, first what they want first? Work. When they are studying, they want to work. They want job. They want to pursue their career. And when they achieve that, what they want afterwards? Before job, before career, their life is different. Their aspirations are different. But when they join the job or they pursue their career, their aspirations are different. Then what they want? They want leave. They want rest. They want all the facilities, but no work. most of the time we think we plan about our holidays, we plan about vacations, and so on. So the thing is that why it happens when you are at your home, when you are working for yourself, it is quite different. When you go to the workplace, it becomes quite different. Your attitude becomes changes, your emotions changes. Why? Why your emotion changes there? So everything we will discuss here. So what do you mean by emotion? If you talk to me, I can tell you that emotions are social signals. Very simply, we can say these are the social signals, and they are very powerful. When you express it, anybody can understand, and a child can also understand your emotions. Sometimes you say it with the help of body language, like I think when you touch a kid, you can understand that your emotions are being understood by a kid also. So they are powerful social signals, and simply you can say they are the most important thing is that are intense feeling, and they are directed towards something. Means there must be some subject or anything. So emotions, they are intense feelings, and they are directed at something, someone, or any particular object. But here, as you know, we have six universal emotions: exciting, happiness, tender, scared, that is fear, anger, sadness. But the thing is that I think if I ask you how many of you are today at this time in the mood of learning, how many of you are here? Are you in the mood of learning? Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Prakash. But when we talk about emotions, do you know what is the difference between mood and emotion? Sometimes we take both of the things. When we go to our office, at the office, we look at the boss, and what we think? Oh, boss is like this. His mood is good or bad. We can just look at him and understand. And then what we do? Suppose any finance matter is, we would not like to go and meet him, especially when there is any disbursement. Then what to do? Means we are looking at the face of a person and we are saying that the person is in a good mood or the bad. Sometimes we are unable to really recognize whether it is mood or some specific emotion for a particular moment. So let first what is the difference between mood and emotions. So simply it is said that emotions are intense feelings, and mostly they are caused by some events. Because of something, maybe any particular thing happened and you became angry. Somebody's cracked a joke and you laughed. So something like that which you like, how you don't like. So for a particular moment, maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, sometimes maybe 1 hour or two. So they are intense feelings which come at a particular event. And the most important thing is that they are very brief in duration. When we talk about emotions, they are very brief. While if we talk about moods, they are less intense feelings. Sometimes when you get up in the morning, you don't know what happened to you. Maybe because of some body pain, or because something yesterday you have done wrong, or you listened something bad, some bad news you have listened. So because of that, you are not in a mood of working. It is possible that you cannot work for the whole day. Sometimes you don't know what happened to you. So this is what mostly, as I told you, emotions, they are very clear.